All right, so in here we're just gonna make a thing so that if you go by a like an NPC, non-player character, it will have a message for you. So what we can't do is this. I can't use the UI elements because the UI goes over the entire screen, because I just want it to be like a little message that hovers next to, like, see my player here, like just hovers right here. So you're actually better off just making it as an image. So I don't care how you go about doing it, but I'm just going to do it here so you get an idea. So I'm going to go to View and just do a new guide layout, and we'll just do, I mean, you can do however many you want, but let's say I do 6 by 6, okay, and then I'll hit OK. Okay, and I'm just going to make multiple ones. So I would do all my messages in here, just like a sprite sheet like we do everything else. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to do the rounded rectangle. And radius I have 400. That's pretty high. Let's try 33. And let's see. Okay, good. So that is drawing black. So let's do shape, because that will allow me to have a fill of white and a black stroke. And let's do 2 pixels. That's not what I meant. I meant to do 2 pixels. Okay. And I'm just going to zoom in here. I'm just going to make one message, and then you would just do the same for all of them. So I'm just going to draw like this was my message. I don't like the size of that. Let's do 15. So let's just say this is a message, right? And then I could add like a little nublet here to make it do whatever. And I'm just going to put a layer above this. So imagine I did it for all of them. I'm just going to use type, and let's make sure I'm 15, and I'm going to make it much smaller. Let's do like 18, and I'm just going to write, you know, hi there, big fella. All right, I don't know. That's what it's going to say. All right. So we're going to say this is my message. I would save this. So I'm just going to do File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as a PNG so that I can use it in a bunch of things. So you dirty dog. PNG, and I'm just going to call this, like, I don't know, NPC messages. We'll call it that. Okay. Badoop. Good. And here I'm just going to go ahead and import it into my sprites, and I'm just going to right click, and where is it? Import new asset. You can drop and drag it too. I'm just going to do it this way. And let's type in NPC messages. Okay. So I got in here, and you just want to do the same thing as normal. So I'm going to do multiples. We'll go to Sprite Editor. Yep, go ahead and apply. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the automatic slice. Why you know slicey slice? Apply. I don't really. There we go. Took forever. And we'll close that out. Okay, so now I have my. Where are you at? So you can see we have our little picture here, and that's what I'm going to use. That's going to pop up. Okay, so I'm going to go to my scene, and I'm just going to make it that when my guy goes. I'm going to move my player over to make it a little bit easier to work with. I'm going to put him over here. And I'm going to make it so that when we're over here, the message will pop up for us. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is this. It's actually going to be pretty easy. So we're going to create an empty. All right, and actually, let's not do that. Let's create a 2D object. All right. And for the picture, I'm just going to make it actually this message. And I'll put it down here. And I'm just going to scale it like so. Move it up a little bit. And I'm going to open up the transform. And we'll just do like minus 0.5, we'll say. So it's a little bit behind. That way when the player comes up, he should be in front of it. It's not showing in front of it. Let me take it and just make sure. Oh, stupid thing. And make sure it's on background. So now if he goes, now he's in front of it. Okay. So there's the message. It's just a thing. But I'm actually going to tie it all to this to make it really super easy to work with. We're not going to do anything too fancy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is add a component. And it's just going to be a physics 2D box collider. I'm going to make it a trigger. And I'm going to edit the trigger. And basically this box will be the box that you will use to have the message pop up. So wherever you want it to be, that's what you'll do. So I'm just going to make it so it's like this. So basically, if you're in this area, this will be on. Okay, so I'm going to boom. All right, now what I'm going to do is just make a script that's just going to make this work. So we're going to scripts, and I could do it a bunch of different ways. I could do it to like the player stats script and stuff, but let's actually just make a new script for this just to make it easier. So we're going to go ahead and create C# script, and we'll just call this NPC talk script. Boop. And I'm going to open that up. And this should be pretty easy. Boop and good. Okay, so we actually, I don't think need any of these things. So I'm going to get rid of that and this. And all we're going to need is an on trigger enter. So I'm going to do on trigger enter 2D. Okay, so when something enters it on 2D, and the thing that enters it is going to be collider 2D, we'll call it COL. Oops. And what we're going to do is in here, we're just going to say if col.tag, so if the thing that hits us, the tag of it, if it's player, so it's only going to do this if it's player, do such and such. And for this, it's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to go ahead and do get component. And the component I want to get is the Sprite renderer. And we're going to do set active, I think it is, set active. Set active. What would that be? Hang on a second. I'm not sure. Where's okay, probably should have named this too. So we'll call this like NPC text. Okay. I want to turn this on and off. Yeah, set active is this. I just couldn't remember. So it's dot enabled. So let's go back to the script here. So it's going to be sprite render. So basically what we're going to do is this. It's really simple. We want this object to always be on. What I'm going to do is turn on and off the sprite renderer. That's all we're going to do. It's going to be pretty easy. So I'm just going to go to here, and it's going to be dot enabled will be equal to true. Like so. And we'll do this as well. So let's just go ahead and also do, let's just copy this whole thing. It'd be easier. Control C, Control V, and instead of enter, this will be exit. And if they're not there, we'll just set it to false. False. Oops, false. So basically, if they exit, turn it off, turn the sprite renderer on, and if they're in there, turn it on if they enter it, and turn it off if it's not. So save that. Go to La Unité. Give it a second, and then this NPC talk, we just got to drop once it's ready. Okay. We want to take this and just drop that onto that. Come on, you can do it. Let's do it this way. That do it? No. Come on. There it goes. All right. So we just plopped it in there, and then I'm going to turn this off by default because I don't want to see it initially until you walk up to it. Then we hit play. Turns on. Oh yeah. Go like this. Turns off. On. And well, then we went to this other thing. Okay. So there you go. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Easy breezy beautiful. Alright. So good luck.